The war in Ukraine is creating a refugee crisis across Europe. And ever since the invasion started 3 weeks ago, a Kaysville couple felt compelled to do something to help.
Yeah, they both lived and worked in Russia and still have friends on both sides of the border. This news specialist Jed Bull shows us they plan to help with their own humanitarian aid. Jed?
Yeah, exactly, Mike. The plight of the Ukrainian people is on the minds of so many Utahns. And Brian and Amanda Groh just couldn't stop worrying about what was happening to the refugees. So Brian, next week, is headed for the Ukrainian border.
We felt this large feeling of helplessness and shock and awe of what's going on there.
As Brian and Amanda Groh watched the people of Ukraine face unthinkable tragedies, they decided to act.
We've been very, very involved with those people. We have friends that are over there on both sides.
Both speak the language, having volunteered in Russia and later working as guides on educational adventures.
We've just been really concerned with what's going on there.
So they're raising money on GoFundMe.
So Girls House business so far?
Yeah, doing really good.
Their kids held a bake sale, tapping in on neighborhood support. One neighbor paid $100 for a brownie.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Next week, Brian will join people working on the border of Ukraine and Moldova.
We go to the grocery store, we fill these vans full of groceries, and we drive to the border crossing. At that point, we pick up whoever is there that needs help to be transported to other places.
They will hand out blankets and SIM cards to refugees.
As soon as they cross the country border, their cell phones don't work. So we buy those SIM cards and we hand them to them as they cross the border so that then they can communicate back with their relatives that they've left behind.
Amanda fears we're heading into another Cold War in which it's us versus them.
They're seen as an enemy, and that's what's been most painful for me, is to see my friends in Russia kind of cut off from us. And I hope that we can find ways to stay connected.
Their contacts in Moldova say there's plenty of work.
But we're excited. Like, there are people that we love, and we want our kids to see that when you can help, you help, and you do as much as you can.
Brian tells me that he is not apprehensive about his trip. He says that at first he was distraught when he didn't know what he was going to do, but now he's at peace with his plan. We put a link to their GoFundMe account at our website, ksltv.com.